So it's been a few days since you've had a supercapacitor update. So this is the CRZ supercapacitor pack, and the pack is now finished, just about. So there you can see it, the two modules. I've used lots and lots of orange duct tape to help hold it all together. It's all stuck together anyway, and obviously this is the sort of temporary initial installation. I might all pot it in with the expanding urethane foam later on, but you can see now I've added things like the Anderson connectors. These are the power outputs from these two blocks. And you've also got the BMS connectors here. So there's 20 cells in each block. So this is, there's 40 cells in each block, but this is a 40S2P pack. So there's 80 cells altogether. So there's two cells in parallel, basically. So here we have the BMS boards down the side. These are the Crz Lithium Bms Boards. So I've adapted those. Well, I've utilised those. These BMS connectors here, I've actually got pins here as well, so I can plug those balancing boards in as well. If I can't get the balancing to work on these and they're just useful as voltage readings, then I can plug the balancing boards back in there if I need to. But they're all balanced now to within about 10 millivolts of each other, which is fine. This is the temperature sensors. I've put the 3 OEM temperature sensors into the packs. There's 2 in this pack and 1 in that pack. And this is just a little random temperature sensor I had kicking around, so I've shoved it down the middle there, and I might just put that over there just somewhere so I can see that temporarily. This little box here actually contains the DIT switches, so I can switch between the OEM temperature, or the actual temperature of the pack should I say, and the fake 27 degrees for maximum performance. There's some little dip switches in there, so I can do that. So that's the packs basically, really. There's not much more to show about those. I mean, I'm happy with the construction of them. I've tried to be really careful. That's why it's taken such a long time, and I hope that they're going to be okay. The voltages are all correct across these BMS pin outs here, and I have had these working on the bench, put my teeth back in. But obviously I haven't had them working in the car. So the switchboard is little bits changed since you saw it last. Nothing too spectacular. I've added the ducting back on. Obviously you've seen those 3 boxes before. We've got the BCM fooler, and the BCM fooler doesn't actually activate until the car ignition switches on. That's to save parasitic drain on the supercapacitors, because they haven't got much capacity, so I don't want a parasitic drain of any sort on those. Then we have the BCM interceptor, and then we have the current hack, but at the moment that's just got a pass through in it. I've added my current sensor back on the board here, and that can control the BCM interceptor to set the voltage hack if I need it to. These are the BMS connectors, and they plug into those sockets on the BMS there, and this is plumbed into the FCAN line as you saw before. So it's all been basically tidying up that, making sure I'm happy with that. I've programmed the BCM interceptor for the supercap voltages. But the main thrust of it has been basically sorting out these modules, and I didn't put the high current connections on until last because I didn't want those waving around. But now they're on, it's all pretty rock solid, and hopefully it'll be interesting to test it in the next couple of days. Now the weather forecast is not very good for the next few days, so it may be the weekend before I get to test it. But there we go, I get a chance to tidy up the place because my workroom is an absolute tip. There's stuff everywhere because I've been working on this. It's chucking stuff on the floor, and it all needs sorting out. So that's where we are at the minute. Supercapacitor pack built, all assembled basically, and ready to go into the car for the initial testing.